Picture this. It's July 12, 2024, just weeks before the Vikings kick off training camp. Jordan Addison, our electrifying wide receiver, is found asleep at the wheel of a Rolls-Royce, blocking a lane on I-105 near LAX. California Highway Patrol rolls up, and boom, Addison's arrested on suspicion of DUI. The news hits like a sack from Aaron Jones in the backfield. Fans are stunned, wondering how this could happen to our 2023 first-round pick, a guy who's been torching defenses alongside Justin Jefferson. This wasn't just any traffic stop. Addison was charged with 2 misdemeanors: driving under the influence and driving with a blood alcohol content of 0.08% or higher. The Vikings, still reeling from the tragic loss of rookie Kyrie Jackson in a car crash caused by a drunk driver just days earlier, release a statement saying they're gathering facts. The fan base is split. Some are furious, others hopeful it's a one-time mistake. What would you have done if you were in the Vikings front office? The incident sparks a firestorm on X, with posts like, "Jordan Addison arrested for DUI? What's going on with our WRs?" The stakes are high, and the purple and gold faithful are holding their breath. This is just the beginning of a saga that's about to take a dramatic turn. Stay with me, Vikings Nation, let's see where this leads. Fast forward to July 17, 2025. Today's the day the news breaks, and it's a game changer. According to ESPN and Fox 9, Jordan Addison's legal team, Younger and Associates, announces he's pleading no contest to a lesser charge called a wet reckless. No DUI conviction on his record. Folks, this is a plea bargain that reduces the charge to reckless driving with alcohol involvement. It's a legal maneuver that's got fans cheering and critics raising eyebrows. So what's the deal? Addison's facing 12 months of probation, a $390 fine, and 2 online courses. His team expects that probation could be cut to just 6 months if he stays on track. This is a big win off the field, as a full DUI charge could have meant jail time or a suspended license. But here's the kicker. The NFL is still watching, and this plea doesn't guarantee he's off the hook with the league. What do you think? Did Addison make the right call here? The announcement from Younger and Associates emphasizes Addison's reflection and growth, noting he's been volunteering with Mothers Against Drunk Driving, MAD. It's a move that shows he's taking responsibility, but the question lingers. Will the NFL see it that way? Let's keep digging, Vikings fans. Alright, let's break it down like we're diagramming a Kevin O'Connell play. A wet reckless is a California-specific plea where prosecutors drop DUI charges in exchange for a no-contest plea to reckless driving involving alcohol. It's not a standalone crime. It's a compromise that keeps DUI off Addison's record. Think of it as a reduced penalty fumble recovery for our WR. According to MinnesotaSportsFan.com, this plea means Addison avoids the harsher penalties of a DUI, like potential jail time or a longer license suspension. He'll pay a fine, take those courses, and stay on probation, but he's still free to lace up his cleats, for now. This is huge for his off-field life, but it's a bittersweet moment for Vikings fans wondering about his on-field future. The fan reaction on X is electric, with some saying, Addison dodged a bullet, while others argue, a reckless driving plea still means he messed up. What's your take, Vikings Nation? Is this a fresh start for Addison, or a warning sign? Let's move to the next play. Here's where things get tense. The NFL's personal conduct policy doesn't mess around, and even with this plea deal, Addison's not out of the woods. ESPN reports the league's standard punishment for a first-time DUI-related offense is a 3-game suspension without pay, absent aggravating circumstances. The fact that Addison was found asleep behind the wheel, blocking a highway, might just be one of those circumstances. The NFL's statement today is short but ominous. They're closely monitoring the situation, and it's under review. That's like hearing the ref say, "We're going to the booth." Nobody knows what's coming, but a suspension could hit Addison right as the 2025 season kicks off against the Bears, Falcons, and Bengals. A brutal opening slate. How would you feel if our WR2 misses those games? Vikings territory notes that the team has depth with players like Rondale Moore, Jalen Naylor, and rookie Ty Felton, but losing Addison's 800-plus yards per season hurts. Fans, let's hear it. Can our offense survive without him for a few weeks? The suspense is killing me. Let's rewind to July 2023 for some context that makes this sting a bit more. Addison was cited for driving 140 miles per hour on I-94 in Minnesota, claiming a dog emergency. He pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor speeding charge, and a reckless driving charge was dropped. Sound familiar? That's right, this DUI isn't his first brush with traffic trouble. The timing of this latest incident is rough. It came just a week after the tragic loss of Kyrie Jackson, making Addison's arrest feel like a gut punch to the Vikings community. Posts on X from last summer screamed, "Addison arrested again? Come on, man." Fans are torn between loyalty to our young star and frustration over his decisions. This pattern raises questions about maturity, but Addison's camp says he's learning. His mad involvement and plea deal suggest he's trying to make things right. Do you think he's turning a corner? Or is this a red flag for our WR? Drop your thoughts below, Vikings Nation. The Vikings have been in Addison's corner, and he's kept them in the loop throughout this process. According to CBSSports.com, Addison showed up to training camp last year, ready to face whatever disciplinary actions came his way. The team didn't suspend him internally, unlike other cases we've seen. Looking at you, Lions with Brandon Joseph. That sparked some debate on X about whether the Vikings are too soft. Coach Kevin O'Connell and GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah are building a culture of accountability, but they're also banking on Addison's talent. With Justin Jefferson drawing double teams, Addison's 10 touchdowns in 2024 were clutch. The organization's silence on today's plea deal speaks volumes. They're waiting on the NFL's ruling. What's your gut telling you about how the Vikings are handling this? The fanbase is buzzing with opinions, from "cut him loose" to "give the kid a chance." It's a high-stakes moment for our team, and the next scene might give us a clue about what's coming. Let's talk football. If Addison faces a 3-game suspension, our passing game takes a hit. J.J. McCarthy, our rookie QB poised to start in 2025, needs his full arsenal. Addison's 800-plus yards and chemistry with Jefferson make him a key piece of O'Connell's offense. Without him, we're leaning on depth players who haven't seen the same targets. Yahoo Sports points out our tough early schedule: Chicago, Atlanta, and Cincinnati. Losing Addison could mean more pressure on Jefferson and TJ Hawkinson, who's coming off an ACL tear. But here's the silver lining. PurplePTSD.com says our WR depth is solid. Can Naylor or Felton step up? What's your dream lineup if Addison's out? The uncertainty is real, and it's got fans on edge. A post on X summed it up: Addison's plea deal is done, but the NFL's call is the real game changer. Let's keep our eyes peeled for the league's decision. Addison's not just a player, he's a human, and his team says he's owning this. His attorney, Jacqueline Sparagna, told ESPN that Addison's been reflecting deeply, volunteering with MAD to make a difference. That's not just PR spin. It shows a 23-year-old trying to grow from a mistake. Vikings fans, we've seen players bounce back before. Can Addison do it? His on-field performance hasn't wavered. In 2024, he racked up another 800-plus yard season, proving he's a cornerstone of our offense. On 3.com says with his legal issues behind him, Addison can focus on 2025. But the NFL's ruling looms like a storm cloud. Do you think he's learned his lesson? This plea deal could be the start of a redemption arc fans are already posting. Let's see J.A. ball out in 2025. What's your prediction for his season, Vikings Nation? Let's talk about it. Vikings Nation is never quiet, and this news has us fired up. X is exploding with takes, from Addison's lucky to avoid a DUI charge, to the NFL better not overreact. Some fans are disappointed, pointing to the timing after Kyrie Jackson's death, while others are ready to forgive, citing his youth and talent. Where do you stand? Sportskeeda.com notes Addison's WR34 ADP in fantasy football might drop if a suspension hits, but his 2 straight 800-plus yard seasons keep him in the conversation. The fanbase is split on whether he's a liability or a star worth rooting for. Drop your hottest take in the comments. What's Addison's future with the Vikings? One thing's clear: This story's got us glued to Vikings news for updates. The next scene is the big one, so don't go anywhere, Skol fans. Here we are, Vikings Nation, at the edge of our seats. The plea deal's done, but the NFL's decision is the final boss. Will it be a 3-game suspension? Or could the wet, reckless plea lighten the punishment? NBCSports.com says any outcome reflecting responsibility, like this plea, could trigger discipline. The clock's ticking as training camp approaches. Addison's next court date is October 29, 2025, for a progress hearing, but the NFL might not wait that long. Vikings fans, we're staring down a season with sky-high expectations. McCarthy at QB, Jefferson breaking records, and a defense ready to dominate. Can Addison stay focused and deliver? What's your bold prediction for our WR2? That's a wrap on this wild ride, but the story's far from over. Hit that like button if you're hyped for the 2025 season. Drop a comment with your thoughts on Addison's plea deal, and subscribe to stay locked into all things Vikings news. Share this with your fellow Skol fans, and let's keep the purple pride alive. Skol Vikings!